Undertaker? If that's it, then, so the time has come at last. Oh, I'm reading this like Angel. I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judaica. Come, are you... Is he playing along, or is this a serious thing? Oh, he got possessed by something. This... Wow. And it kept the stats. Wow. I can't believe this is seriously happening. I guess I have to kill Angel. So Ryuta was the killer. He was possessed. Just, I guess, like Shu was? That's what Shu kept saying. You forgot something. Angel. Crimson Fallen Angel appeared. I knew Angel's story was the most important. Angel uses Dark Void. Shockwave. Ryuta takes 24 damage. I say Colleen. Colleen's turn. I want to do Deathbringer. Fuck it, Deathbringer. Colleen uses Deathbringer. Angel takes 60 damage. Cease this jack-acting. You wretched imbeciles. Sakuya attacks. Oh shit. Oh fuck. They're ganging up on me. Colleen takes 260 damage. Ryuta returns to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage. Angel is shaken. Oh, okay. I was afraid he was gonna die there. Huh? I am shocked, Kawara, to think that you even go along with that farce. I don't think it's a farce. I think he was legit possessed. What? He disrupted my territory. I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You, Luzon... Luzon? What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. Oh, don't gang up on him. He was just trying to save the world. No one likes Angel. He stopped the world from apocalypse, man. Not the shitty X-Men movie. I mean, like, he stopped an apocalypse from happening. I came here to do but one thing. Kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum. I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese. Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. The end is calling me. That is all. That does not sound like he's an innocent bird now. That this is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means he's a thrill seeker? So you are a moth allured by a candle's light, Luzon. No, I am stained in crimson, clad in the night, unforgiven. Luzon is his species, I believe. From the Philippines, if I remember correctly. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. Ah, more crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal. That blood-stained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. He's the blood-stained bird. Oh, what is it, Kawara? Blood-stained chest. Sakuya, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger Sansaw was... ... Angel, where were you yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal, the Lord of Destruction, brother of Diablo and Mephisto. Sealed off in the expansion of Diablo 2, and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the Tree of Blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hallowed Magician of White, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Angel. Ah, I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we need to talk to you. Come. They're bringing him with them? And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Angel behind him. Coo. This one. This is the bloodstained stranger Oka-san saw. That's that, then. We need to know what you did yesterday. Did you go into the infirmary? If I could, I would have. Yeah, he didn't want to bust in on the doctor. I remember what happened last time when I told Angel to do it. But only the chosen one can stop the demon spores. In other words, he didn't. Yeah, Angelus needs to do it. But Angelus is dead, so, you know, whatever. Useless. The gate was sealed with the power of darkness. However, Adele Blau did venture within. Adele Blau, who is that? It's Ancient Angelus. Explain in terms we know to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Adele Blau. She also goes by Angelus, Ancient. Ancient went into? What? Ah, Uya and the doctor. They're in some shit. Ancient was in the infirmary yesterday after school. But the doctor and Uya said no one came and nothing happened. They're lying. 4th class. End. X-Men, 5th class. You're different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Sakuya? Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the mud. There's no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. The world is not enough. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. 2. Japan? Yes. You will be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamin is in residence at the institution you will be attending. Why is doctor not capitalized? Weird. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is thanks in part to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. Angel saw Ancient going into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Uya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Ellipses. Everyone's just lying. Uya has been helping us all this time. I don't want to suspect him, but he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Uya be covering for the doctor? We don't know that for sure. Is Uya secretly Sakuya under a different name? The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamin. Or is Sakuya and Uya brainwashed by their father? I don't know. It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We need to solve this. I'm aware. I want to go confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue. Which means we need to search the infirmary. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthy we do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Well, you know, his method of stopping usually involves a cleaver, so deal with that the way you need to. Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakuya. A moment, gentlemen. Mr. Salvatore Leone, I have something for you. Sorry for being late. I was somewhat delayed. What are these? The first is the massive key. The massive key? Is that like the big Bowser key from Mario 64? It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school. They usually call those skeleton keys. And is as bright and massive as its owner. What is with this guy in bright and massive? The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it. It's not going to work on the Scarecrow. You'll have more use for it than I, Koara. Hold on to them. Right, thank you, Mr. Salvatore Leone. Maybe I should write notes in the maybe I should write notes in the notes. Maybe I should write in the notes before I go to the infirmary. The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the dark tree's power here. Return to the void, Wallenstein. Oh god, he's gonna try to fight the doctor. Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor is doing. Being slandered by Mr. Higuar, as you can see. Higuar. Higuar. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higuar. I've returned from Judaica to defeat you. He's actually right. I've seen this ending. The doctor's gonna have this massive tree pop out. It's amazing. As long as you live, calamitous sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair. Was he Shang Tsung now? Sorcerer. When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. You should believe him, because what he says is true. Please, that isn't funny. It's a little funny. Yes, yes, come on, Higuar. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll. I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards. He lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic. There'd be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part of his ability is to bring his surroundings into his fantasy, though it seems to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet to find a use for him, the whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time. He invited him? Did you say something just now, Doctor? Nothing at all. I didn't say anything about demonic tree or inviting this guy here to fight me in some kind of eternal combat. I mean, that would be nuts, right? Yeah. Excuse me? Oh, hello, Rogaine. What's going on? Where did Koara go? He is investigating another area at the moment. Only the doctor and Nanaki are here now. Oh, shit. Mizuya is probably gonna fight Colleen. Isn't Sakazaki here? I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose. Not brave, just imprudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. Oh, I'm playing as Sakuya. That's weird. It's like a buddy cop movie, but I'm both buddy cops. I guess he's third in command after Ancient being first and then Colleen being second. I wanted to occupy both of them, if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Just the doctor should be enough. Not really. Ui's a secret agent. He can fuck me up if you wanted to. Well, fuck Ryuta up really easily. Dr. Ami, I came here to ask your opinion of something. My opinion? I fear I will not be much of use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. Oh shit, you're not distracting him, you're making him think about it. Yeah, pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is there's that fucking French word again I can't pronounce. Sir, it is nonsense. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are renowned as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be so praised by the heir of the LaBeouf family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBeouf family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the LaBeouf family will never forget. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, how wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect. Of course. The family head must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his. Almost like the foundation of your very existence. Ellipses? I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas, go fuck yourself. Locked. It has been locked ever since the alarm this morning. The doctor went straight to the lab to begin the autopsy, and I think he's been with somebody else ever since. Let's see, maybe the massive thing Mr. Salvatore Leone gave me will do the trick. Ellipses? Ellipses. Yes! Uya's gonna be in there. This room has always been a little creepy, but it's even worse in the dim light. I need to look for evidence that Ancient was in here quickly. But where do I start? The longer I spend poking around in corners, the bigger the risk that I'll get caught. I need to remember, I've been here a lot every time I got sick. Which is just about every minute of every day. Where would the doctor hide something he didn't want anyone else to see? Didn't he forbid even his assistants from touching his desk? It would seem he keeps his drawers locked tight. You're up, massive thing. Inside our medical records. I don't think a skeleton key would unlock drawers in a school. It would just unlock the doors. He's probably supposed to keep personal information locked up. Though I never really thought of him as the respectful type. There are only 1, 2, 3, 4 files. The names are Kawara Ryuta, Kawara Colleen, Ancient Angelus. That's weird. Why would he have Genki's file after 5 years? And why would he have Ancient Angelus's file when I never went here? I volunteered at the library. And Rogaine Sakuya. And Sakuya's never been in here. The only one that would make sense is Ryuta. What? I'm not surprised to see a file on me in here, but Ancient Sakuya never had any reason to be here. This is exactly what I just said. And Fujishiro Nagiki. Look closely. Genki's folder says St. Pigeonation's Medical Center on the side, while the others don't. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't the doctor only come here like this year or within the last couple years? I don't know. Maybe I misremembered that. And the date is from 5 years ago. Did he take this from the medical center? Since it's here, he must know something about the fire back then. Are the other 3 records from physical exams? They're full of strange symbols and numbers, and I'm not sure what they mean. Maybe he's part of the Illuminati. What do you think of that? There's those squawking birds again. Huh? Sakuya has his second piece of paper in it. It looks like some sort of memo or... Oh shit, I got knocked out. I got knocked out by Ouya. A sudden blinding pain in the back of my head. I can't move. I fall unconscious. Ellipses? Ellipses? Where am I? I feel dizzy. Exclamation? That's right, I was looking for evidence in the infirmary. The medical records are gone. God, I saw this coming. Okay. Some birdie took them. I managed to get knocked out even with the stun gun Mr. Salvatore Leone gave me. Darn it. I don't know who attacked me, but those records must have been important to get stolen away like that. Arg, darn it. Why did he not have an eye on the door? If I found records, what I would have done is I would have taken them out, walked out of the medical center. I would have left the door unlocked so I could get in there again. But I would have gone to the nearest bathroom or something and looked at them in a stall. I would not have allowed myself to get taken from behind like that. Unless it was, sexy little bird who wanted to come in here and have their way with me. Why did I let myself get taken from behind like that? I had our records. Even with those, it would have been hard to prove anything. Whoever attacked me must have been the criminal. They probably wouldn't leave anything, but maybe they missed a clue or a clue in here somewhere. Huh? I hadn't noticed it earlier, but there's a card under the desk in the corner. I wouldn't have seen it if it weren't on the floor. Is that student ID? This is ancient student ID. Wow. There's blood on the corner. So it wasn't dropped here by accident before she was killed. It must have happened in here. It looks like my doubts about the doctor are confirmed. But for some reason, I still feel unsure. I almost feel like this is too good to be true, like it's being led along. If the doctor were behind it all, surely he could avoid casting so much doubt on himself. Just what is he after anyway? But I'm not worried about who is doing what and why. I'm worried about finding the one who did this to Ancient. I need to talk with Sakuya. So you think it would take a fair amount of time to cut a human up like this and distribute them into boxes, Doctor? Correct. Even if she were cut up last night and distributed like this morning, it would involve a good deal of physical labor. Sakuya? You again. Can we go to the maintenance room? We need to talk. Very well. Mr. Rogaine? Yes, Doctor? Just as an aside, it would be impossible for one such as myself, even with the knowledge and tools of a physician. Even so, I'm not particularly a healthy person. Not a healthy person. The doctor's slightly impaired down his right side, Yet he was able to cleave me pretty well in his ending. And he also evaded the Hawk Party from shooting him dead. Unless that was the human shooting him, because he had killed me. Weird. He is. I never knew. I was injured long ago. My right wing never fully recovered, though it rarely poses problems in daily life. A human corpse is heavy. It seems like a bit much to go on dragging around with one wing, don't you think? Yes, it's all true. It's even recorded in the faculty medical records. Is it? It is? I see. Thanks, I'll remember that. I tell Sakuya about what I found in the infirmary as we head to the maintenance office. Meaning Fujishiro Nagiki's records and the doctors have something to do with the medical center. I think so, yeah. I wonder about the other records, too. Why you, me, and Ancient are all together. Could that really be a coincidence? Did you go there often after you moved here or anything? Not once. Yeah, he said that when he was alone with the doctor. Nobility knows no illness. Well, his father was noble and his father was chronically sick, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I've seen him sick. I've never seen him sick, and he always seems pretty lively. I hadn't known about the doctor's injury. Kind of a bad thing to find out now. Bad. Because it's inconvenient to your theory. We must remain just. No harm could ever come from learning more of the truth. I guess so. Especially since your brother's the one that knocked me out. Filthy mongrel. Maybe it's because he's not very active or because he never leaves the infirmary, but I guess I've never really had a chance to notice his disability. If he couldn't have done it alone, it makes sense. It makes it seem more likely that he was working together with Ouya. Blasted mongrel. No good could ever come of his presence. He merely confuses the issue. Salutations, were you gossiping about me? Ouya. What a pickle. I would just straight up say, why did you hit me in the back of the head earlier? And if he didn't, he wouldn't seem so nervous about it. He'd be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like I'm just cray-cray. I guess I'm the topic of choice among the boys as well as the girls now. Not that I mind. Well, the last girl you tried to hit on ended up dead in a box, if I remember correctly. Several boxes. Possibly thanks to you. Don't let it get to your head, mongrel. We weren't saying anything good about you. That's right, Ouya. From your point of view, we were subjecting you to vile slander and ill gossips. You're very frank, Colleen. Nothing wrong with that. What kind of slander? Perhaps you shouldn't say, lest my fragile heart shatter like a maiden's crystal glass dropped by an unkind lover. Your poetic nature's not swaying me. It should be obvious what we were talking about from our faces alone, but he's completely relaxed. I doubt his heart is made of glass, though used tires maybe. Unless he's Blondie. It was a gas, you know, heart of glass. Something that was as completely impervious to abuse. Your unsolicited presence saves us the trouble of looking for you. We demand answers from you. You lied. You met Angelus in the infirmary yesterday. Did you kill her? So you doubt me. I'd love to see your evidence. We found her ID stained with blood in the infirmary. You are duty-bound to answer. What did you see in the infirmary yesterday? And what did you do? Well, I can't tell you anything, sorry. I know what happened. I know what happened. Someone poisoned me. And they found Ouya found the body. Took it to the infirmary. Him and the doctor cut it up and he put it in pieces around in the boxes, hoping no one would find it. Because he knew about what was going to happen. I think he was trying to save the school. Would be my guess. I think the cutting up of my body was just out of fear.